Alright, what's going on everybody? How you all doing? I love me some Seven Deadly Sins. I really like this manga a lot, and the anime was pretty damn good. I liked it a lot. Not the greatest of adaptations from the manga, but that doesn't make it a bad anime. It was still a great anime. And this chapter of the Seven Deadly Sins was a pretty slow moving one. Good paced, but kind of just it knows what it's doing, and I like that. They're going on with the training theme. We do get to see Meliodas at the end. Of course, I'll get to that, but I really like that they're not just pushing Meliodas out of it. He is still here. They're giving us a good combination of, everyone else and Meliodas, and I really like that. The beginning of the chapter, or pretty much the first half of it, maybe a little more than half, I would say, is pretty much Hauser and Gil Thunder fighting their little trial, their dragon of sorts, and we get to see them kind of make some new ground a little bit. They're expanding their powers. Hauser, of course, he has this wind power, and he's using some more formal sword techniques, and he's combining his wind power with his weapon, and using it to deal some pretty devastating strikes. And Gil Thunder, he's kind of making some progress on the opposite spectrum. It seems like Gil Thunder is pretty good as far as attack and offensive power goes, but he also changed it up quite a bit. He pretty much used his lightning as armor. He got a shield on his arm, he encased his sword in lightning, and he even covered his body in a lightning armor, covering any gaps that were in his defense. And that is awesome. They made a huge step there. They did end up losing, but they covered a lot of ground. They're improving really fast. And with how much they improved and they still lost, I mean, that is crazy. That just means that they're going to be... That just goes to show you that the amount of power these people have to gain in order to beat the Ten Commandments has to be freaking crazy. I just can't wait till the end to see just how powerful all of these people are. Not just Meliodas, but Gil Thunder, Hauser, King, Hendrickson, all of these. And pretty much most of this chapter, for the most part, covered Gil Thunder and Hauser and their section before they lose. But then we get to see King has a change of heart, and he wants to go into the cave to train as well. And we do get to see a scene with Hendrickson. He kind of has a small flashback of when Gil Thunder and Hauser were younger, and that's when Meliodas pops in, and he thanks Hendrickson for saving them. And you get to see he's crying, and it seems like Hendrickson just really does feel bad about what he did. It seems like he really wants to repent for what he did. Now, they could be fooling us, I don't know, but I definitely, at this point, feel like he definitely feels bad for what he did. And while he knows he's pretty much unforgivable at this point, even though it's not entirely his fault, he was being controlled, you could just tell how bad he feels, and it's awesome. I really like it. It hits me in the heart. It really does. They could be fooling us later on, and I'll probably just say, fuck you, Hendrickson, but for right now, I'm saying, Hendrickson, I like you. But then we get to see that Meliodas and King go into the cave together. King did bring up whether or not Meliodas got his true power back, and Meliodas said no. He said he should probably stretch out and warm up his body in the training cave before he did so. So I guess he doesn't have his power right now. I guess once he gets back into shape and gets feeling better physically is when he'll take his power in, and we'll get to see what he can do. But when King and Meliodas go into the cave, they're doing a little bit of talking, and it seems like King needs to kind of come to terms and just figure some stuff out when it comes to Meliodas and why he knows so much information about the Ten Commandments, considering they were sealed away thousands of years ago. And it seems like those two are about to fight. It looks like King wants to fight Meliodas. Seems like this is going to be a time for King to ask some questions, figure out what side Meliodas is truly on. And I feel like it's self-explanatory. I can understand why they would have some serious questions, especially from like Bond, for example. But I'm really excited to see this. to see the next chapter, see what King and Meliodas are going to do, clashing head to head. Ultimately, I don't think they're going to exactly go head to head. I mean, they are in the cave. They got to pick a stone to go through a trial, so I feel like they may start fighting at first, but then their trial will start in some way, and then they're going to have to work together, and then they'll come to terms with, like, okay, Meliodas is truly on our side. And that's how I think things are going to go anyway. Overall, not a bad chapter. I want to give it about a 6.5 to a 7. Had some really good moments, some real good character moments, characters evolving their powers and going to the next step. And I really like, I'll always give an extra point for characterization or backstory, stuff like that, just because I really like those elements. I feel like they're really good elements and really important elements to have, especially in a manga, where it's harder to portray emotion. It's easier to portray emotion and stuff in like an anime, but it's not as easy when it comes to a manga and just drawing in words on a page. Overall, pretty good chapter. I liked it. I love me some 7 Deadly Sins. But thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you guys like this video, if you guys could give it a like or subscribe, I would very much appreciate it. And thank you all so much for the amazing love and support you left on the previous videos. It's been awesome. I love you all, and I will see you all next time. I am out.